This is the Force Pro replacement unit serial number, the serial number of this Force Pro. So we are just putting it on. The gimbal which has been on. So now you can see the gimbal and both the Force Pro are connected. Okay, the Force Pro and gimbal both are connected. So we are just checking the gimbal is moving. So now we are just setting it to the dead band. The dead band is, so we are just putting it to 0. First you can see the gimbal is now stable and it's unstable. So we are just putting it 0. When we are putting it 0, the gimbal started to drift. Look, the gimbal is drifting. Now the gimbal has started to drift. So again, when we are putting it to 10 and putting it as center, now look, it's not drifting. You can see when it's the dead band is at 0, the gimbal start to drift. Now again see, it started to drifting. Look, it's in 0 and it started to drifting. So now again we are putting it to the 10. Now gimbal is stable. Look, it's not drifting at all. So we are just putting it as center. Now we are just put it to the center. Now it's in the center. Again you will see that when we are putting it, the dead band is now at 11. So the gimbal is at the center, it's not moving at all. Again when we are putting it to 0, now you can see the gimbal started to move. Look, it's moving. You can see the gimbal has started to move. Now again when we are putting it dead band to 10, now the gimbal has stopped. Look, now you can see the gimbal is not moving at all. So this is problem with this Force Pro. So we are just checking it with the other Force Pro. This one is the problem issue. Check the serial number of this Force Pro which has an issue. And now this is the other Force Pro which you can see we are just powering it on. So now we are just getting it to connect. And here we have started the binding. Here we have started the binding. As you can see, both are bind now. Now you can see, as you can see, both are working properly. Look, now it's not drifting. I'll just pause it. Look, it's unstable. It's not moving at all. You can see we are just moving it. We have moved this and this moving and it stopped. So now we are again going to this setting. As it's in dead band, it's in 10. So we are just doing the dead band to 0. Now you can see the deadband is 0. Look, the deadband is 0, but in this the gimbal is stable and it's not moving at all. Look, it's stable and this is stable. Once again you can see this has been okay working with this Force Pro. You can see over here the deadband is 0 and it's working perfectly in this, but in this Force Pro, when we are doing a deadband 0, it's drifting. So now once again we are just putting it on. This is on now. This is the faulty one and this is the okay one. You can see the deadband is 0 in here. So we are just shutting this down. Can you see? See, deadband is 0 and this is connected and it's moving, and now and we leave the Force Pro, it's not moving. The deadband is 0 and it's not moving. So we are just shutting it down, this one. And now this, the faulty one, which we are doing the deadband at 0, it's not stable. Now binding and this we are bind. Now both this are binding, both are binded, connected. Okay, and this one. Now you can see again in this the deadband is 0 and they started to move. Look, slowly it's moving, it's not stable. We are not moving anything, but the gimbal is still not in center and it's moving. As you get my point, this has an issue with this Force Pro. Look, it's drifting it. So now once again we are just pausing this one. This was the faulty one. Check the serial number of the, once again with the serial number, and now we are just putting this at a side, faulty one, and this one is the okay one, which we are just putting it on. It's on. So we are just connecting it once again. And here also binding. Both are bind now. In this the deadband is 0 and it's not moving at all. Look, you can see over here deadband is 0 and this is also stable, not moving at all. For reason we can show you that this is working with this thing, but now when we left it, it's not moving at all. It's at the center at stable, and when we are putting this one, the faulty one replacement unit, check the serial number. It's drifting. So there is a problem with this Force Pro, because this Force Pro does not drift at all in 0, and when this Force Pro we connect, it started drifting. Now it's there. So we are just pausing this one, the OK one Force Pro. We have paused this one and we are just connecting this one. We are just shutting down this Force Pro, faulty one, OK one. And now we are connecting this faulty one serial number. Check the serial number of the faulty one. started winding, and here also we have started winding. The okay one we are putting it over here, and the faulty one we are putting it over here. Look, it's been connected, but now you can see it started to drift. Look, we are not doing anything, but the gimbal has started to drifting. You can check. And if you want to check the deadband, when here its deadband is 0, it's drifting. And when we are just getting the deadband to 10, now it's started drifting. Look, it's not moving at all. Now we are just taking it center. Again check. The deadband is 10 and the gimbal is stable. And now when the deadband will be at 0, now the deadband is 0, and you can see the gimbal started to drifting. Look, the gimbal is drifting. We are not doing anything. The gimbal is drifting, and this is the mimic. So when we are turning it, it's turning, but when it at 0, it's drifting. Look, it's moving. There is issue with this Force Pro